like, this is where I feel like, on top of teaching being my dream job, it was all the experiences that I got to have in my life teaching me about all this other different shit. Cause like, well, just to go back to the dance thing, like, you don't see really like teachers, you know, someone's like, when I say I want to be a teacher, like, you don't really imagine them being on the dance team.
Right.
A lot of
you imagine someone that's just like has cats,
has a family at home or some shit. Like they come back like, honey, I'm home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's really cool to do a lot of different shit here. Cause not gonna lie, people at Stony Brook, we're not like your geniuses.
Yeah, or you're just a bum boy.
And yeah, we're not hood rats either. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, we could act like hood rats, but you know, we're not like, you know, shitters. You know,
technically we're from Queens. It's fine.
Queens, yo, Queens. But yeah, we're kind of in that awkward middle part. Yeah, we're like, we kind of don't really know where we at. Yeah, and we're just like normal people, you know.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, we're literally just normal people, and that's what makes SBU students so chill, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, not to put it in a bad way, but everyone's kind of like average.
Yeah.
No one's like, oh, like I'm coming from this background and like doing this crazy stuff, and no one's like, oh, like I have absolutely nothing. It's like perfectly like a lot of, and I've talked to so many people so far. Like almost everyone that I've talked to has a very similar background, very similar mentality, and like approach to the things that they do. Yeah. I think that a lot of factors is one, the fact that it's a SUNY, it like draws in that type of, you know, familial background. Yeah. And then two is just being close to New York and the people that it drags in here. You know, being so close to the city, like it's just a lot of people from very similar backgrounds.
Yeah, dude. Completely that. Like the diversity here is crazy.
It is just crazy. You won't get it anywhere else. You really won't.
I'm telling you, like, fucking dude. Until my best friends included like some brown people. Shout out to my Pakistanis. Hey. Like and like my Muslim friends. Like I didn't know shit about that in high school, and I guarantee you a lot of people who go to college will never be exposed to some of that stuff.
And it's actually that's a funny you mentioned that because one of my guests, Ayan, shout out to Ayan, he was on the podcast. He actually has his own podcast. It's called What Muslims Look Like. Hey. The entire purpose of it is like we don't look like anything.
Exactly.
We're just people. They're just out there. Exactly. Like for me, it's like I look like if anything, you think I'm Caribbean. I think I'm like Guyanese or Trinidad.
I can see that. Yeah, totally.
So like that the assumption that a Muslim looks like a certain thing is just wrong. So
it's crazy.
Until you're exposed to that, like you're gonna have these assumptions.
Exactly.
But you know, coming from this background, being at Stony Brook and getting exposed to that diversity really changes like your perspective on being able to talk to people.
Exactly, and it all depends on like whether or not you're talking to these people. Yeah. Whether or not you reach out. Yeah. And like being an RA, we're forced to reach out. So this shit, oh man, it really speaks volumes on how much you can learn from people. Right? Like, oh my God, it's so funny. Like I didn't know what like halal or haram or fucking like, you know, like people talking about shadi and shit. I'm like, oh, what's that? And like, oh yeah, I'm getting married. Like,
it's different. It's a very different culture.
Different, very fucking different.